Cincinnati Bengals.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little when Tua gets out of the pocket, but there he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
I'm one, right? 11 Thomas. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gilmore. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got Smith here. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
That's right. Don't let him get away with that. It's totally a penalty.
Leaders never quit.
Oh, yeah, ref. Yeah.
It's going our way, baby.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go play action with Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The Bengals sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They run the counter. Gilmore.
And a lane slow and materializing there as they'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. But you look at this Bronco defense.
And they come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you talk about where they rank in stopping the run. Well, how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the Broncos 11-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 11, Thomas.
And a nice job to break free with one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out there and muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball after that. They didn't even get a first down.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Tua's throw here caught by Mims. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bengals 27-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Williams.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Williams again.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That's pulled in at the 32. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Bengals have regained the lead.
And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
The Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. From midfield, here's Tua.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. He's got room at the 30.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
And this one a 41-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And this will not... It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On second down, Gilmore. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
11 empty. 11 empty.
Here's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Down the right sideline.
And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Bengals 10. Set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They run the counter. Gilmore. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Burrow looking to pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run it with Chandler. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams.
And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Broncos add 6 to their lead.
And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
This is caught inside the 15. And for the Cincinnati score.
T. Higgins.
67 yards.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. It's almost like playing turkey ball game, isn't it? Just go right over the chip, and it worked really well for them.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Here's Chandler. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This will be caught by Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. To a hit, and the ball is out. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They'll run it with Williams. Oh, he's brought down, and remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Tua, the final shot before half. That's caught by Woods for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there as time expires in the first half.
And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime.
You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Bengals 17.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
On one, ready?
Here's 2nd and 3.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, take.
Burrow will throw. Short throw to Smith. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On the move to his left.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, battled at the line and intercepted. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now a handoff running through the middle. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Burrow. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, take. So close.
They'll try again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals
choose the short field to get in for 6.
And Charles, the second time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys you never going to want to try to get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Tua. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And all the way home for the Broncos score.
Ty Chandler, 35 yards. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To the air again, Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 1.
Now a handoff up the middle.
Gilmore.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, now Burrow.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Seriously? Not even a play?
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive can take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This 2nd and 4.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Now it's Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brought down at the 20-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
3 quarters have come and gone.
Second and 7 from the 20.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
8-yard gain. First down, Broncos.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That is caught, and he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down.
This pass caught by Hamler.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Denver.
Looking to pass. Tua. He finds his man. Complete. That's Chandler. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more.
Broncos 43, Bengals 26. Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now Burrow. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
11.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Got a man. It's Rodriguez.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
And the Broncos first down.
Now Chandler. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Up the middle they go. It's Chandler. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Out of bounds at his own 48-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd down and 3. To throw, Burrow. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Burrow's throw complete there to Smith.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Here's 1st down. Throwing, Burrow.
And this is caught down for a lead touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
McPherson on for the point after.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now This game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Ready?